Good morning, students. Today's topic is the continuation of chapter number 3, Money and Credit from Economics. And today I am going to discuss with you last two topics of this chapter. Number one is self-help groups for poor or SHGs, and number two is success story of Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. So students, in my previous explanation, I told you about the different sources of credit, and these were formal and informal sector. So on the basis of graph 2, which I had explained in my previous explanation, that still most of the people, especially poor and villagers and unaware people, are dependent to take loans from the informal sectors or from the money lenders or rich people of the villages, and sometimes from their relatives and friends with very high interest rate. And students, one question will arise here, that why still most of the people are dependent to take loan or money from the informal sector or sources. So students, answer is this, that still in rural India or most villages of India, there were no any bank or institution to give them loan with normal interest rate, or there were no bank, that's why they are unable to take loan from the bank. But students, one more problem is related to the villagers and poor people and sometimes number of people, because absence of credit or collateral. For example, like in the case of Megha, we have seen that Megha has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakh from the bank to purchase a house, and the annual interest rate on the loan charged by the bank is 12%, and the loan is to be repaid in 10 years in monthly installments. But to take loan from the bank, Megha had to submit to the bank proper documents and showing her employment records and salary before the bank. Then bank agreed to give her the loan. So students, due to any case, the bank retained as a collateral the paper of the new house, which will be returned to Megha only when she repays the entire loan with interest. Alright? And due to the proper documentation and lack of the collateral and credit, sometimes people are unable to take loan from the bank. And anyhow, to complete their needs and requirement, they have to take loan from the money lenders or rich people of the village. And students, sometime you have seen in the case of Swapna that before the repay the earlier loan, due to the need of money, again she takes new loan from the money lender, and money lender give her loan with very high interest rate. And I think you know very well that whatever loan given by the rich people or money lender of the villages, they keep no any records of the transaction, and also they harass the poor borrowers, and sometimes borrowers come under debt trap. All right, that's why to solve all kind of above problem, many people and group of the people, especially who are belonging to villages, they started to organize self-help groups in rural areas of India. And students, self-help groups or SHGs is a basic idea to provide financial resource for the poor through organizing the rural poor, especially by the women, into small self-help groups. And students, self-help groups or members of the self-help groups collect their saving from the members, and a self-help group sometimes has only 15 to 20 members belonging to one neighborhood or one locality, and saving per members varies from rupees 25 to rupees 100 or more according to their earning, or depending on the ability of the people to save. Okay? And students, self-help groups or the members of the SHGs are also responsible for providing timely loans at a reasonable interest rate without collateral to the member of SHGs. And students, there are some main objectives of the SHGs are as follows. Number one is it organizes the rural poor, especially women, into small self-help groups. Okay? And it collects saving of the members and also provides loan without collateral, and it provides timely loans for various purposes. And also SHGs provide loans at reasonable rate of interest and on very easy terminology or conditions. And SHGs also provides a platform to discuss and act on a variety of social issues such as education, health, nutrition, domestic violence, etc. Alright? And students, very important point related to SHGs is after a year or two, if the group is regular in saving, then it becomes eligible for availing loan from the bank, and loan is sanctioned in the name of the group and is meant to create self-employment opportunities for the members. And as I told you above that, small loans are provided to the members for agriculture purpose, and also for the buying seeds, fertilizers, raw materials, and for housing materials, and saving machine, hand looms and cattle, etc., or whatever required by the members of the SHGs. Alright? And students, whatever important decision related to the saving and loan activities are all taken by the group members. And also, group members decides related to the loans to be granted, and they ask to the member who wants to take loans from the SHGs, then members ask to them about the purpose, amount and interest to be charged, and way of repayment schedule, etc. Alright? And student, also it is the group which is responsible for the repayment of the loan. And if in any case of non-repayment of loan by any one member, then very serious steps taken by the other members of the group against him or that group of that member. Alright? Because according to these features, banks are willing to lend to the poor women when organized in SHGs, even though they have no collateral as such. And students, here the meaning of above sentence is only on the name of the SHGs, government or banks agreed to give loan without any collateral on the name of self-help groups. And if in any case any member is unable to repay the amount whatever taken by the SHGs, in this case maybe bank in future will not willing to give loan. Alright? That's why all the members of self-help groups or HSGs are very careful for the transaction of money whatever taken by the people and whatever deposited by the people. Alright? And students, anyhow, self-help groups are very important for those who are very poor and unable to take loan from the banks. So on the basis of above explanation, I am going to discuss with you advantages of self-help groups. Okay? Point number 1 is the SHGs help the borrower to overcome the problem of lack of collateral, and also they can get timely loans to complete their number of needs and purposes at a reasonable interest rates. And also self-help groups are the platform or the building blocks of organization of the rural poor. And on the basis of self-help groups, not only do they help women become financially self-reliant, and they also organize regular meeting of the group to provide a different platform and different ideas to discuss about the social issues like health, nutrition, domestic violence, etc., etc. And on the basis of a regular meeting, they are all aware about the matters related to the village and whatever happening in the villages, and after that they are also aware about the problems related to the members, and all together discuss and decide and also takes a number of decisions to solve out the problem related to the members of SHGs, and also to solve the problem related to the village matter. And students, nowadays self-help groups of India are very popular in the villages and all around the India. That's why sometime that member of self-help groups meet with village panchayat to discuss many important matter related to the any topic, and sometimes they also meet with responsible person of the villages to solve out their problem or problem related to their village. All right, student, understood? Okay. After that, I am going to discuss with you success story of Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. So students, Grameen Bank of Bangladesh was founded by Professor Muhammad Yunus, who was a recipient of Nobel Peace Prize for the year 2006. And he founded Grameen Bank of Bangladesh in 1970, and over the last 42 years from 1976 to 2017, the operations or the work of the bank is spread to a large area of Bangladesh. And the bank was started with a very small project, and in year 2005 it spread across 40,000 villages with 6 million borrowers in various parts of Bangladesh. Okay, and most of the borrowers of this bank are women and belong to the poor section of society, and these poor women have started self-employment projects by taking credit from this Grameen Bank. All right, and this credit has positive impact on these women as they started a gainful employment, which helped them not only to repay their loan but also to earn a good living for themselves and their family. All right. So students, finally we have seen in this chapter that how modern forms of money works, and what are the role and working of banking system in all over the India, and also how depositors who keep their money in the bank, and how the borrowers takes loan from the bank to complete their needs requirement and also to start new business. And after that you have learned in this chapter that what is the role of credit and collateral, and how collateral and credit both are important to take loan from the bank. And after that finally we have learned in this chapter how variety of sources are available, and these are informal and formal, but informal sources are not beneficial for the poor or villagers who are taking loan from the informal sector. And after that also we have learned about the formal sources of credit or loaning system, in which banks and government started many policies especially for those who are poor and agriculture workers and farmers, how they can take loan from the bank with very small interest rate, etc. And after that, finally we have learned about the role of cooperative, and finally we have discussed about the self-help groups which are started in many parts of India to solve out the problem of poor, and also on the basis of SHGs they can take loan from the bank, and also they can complete needs and requirements related to the members of this group. Alright, so students, here your chapter number 3, money and credit, is completed now, and in my next explanation I will discuss with you question and answers whatever given in exercise. Alright, thank you and have a nice day.